Hello everyone, it is Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything back with another video. This time I will be giving my thoughts on the new spoilers which have just come out. That's right, the spoilers for 127 to 130 have been released, so if you do not want any spoilers, click off the video. Usually the first week of the month is when the spoilers get released, and this week was just like any other week, and we have, again, 4 very interesting spoilers, or 4 summaries, I should say. So I'm going to read them right now. Here they are. Big shout out to Scarlight Cypher for posting this on Tumblr. A shout out to Speedroid Knight. She posted on Tumblr as well. I'll link both of their Tumblrs down below if you want to see these spoilers. Also, Yuri's Star Venom upgrade got revealed, so we're going to go over that. That's most likely what it is, at least. There's some other theories floating around that it might be a Star Venom cross Clearwing monster, but we'll talk about that too at the end of this. So, a lot to talk about, guys. Cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say. So here it is, 127, Revival 0. Supreme King Dragon Zark, who once brought the world to the verge of destruction. Reiji'S father Leo begins to talk about the day the world was split into 4. However, he also brings up to Reiji about how he feels about the girl, Rei, who took his place to stand up to Zark. And as his father does, Reiji realizes the scheme his mother Himeka has following. I think I probably butchered her name completely, but we'll get into it. 128, Decisive Battle, the Spirit Tech Force. Leo's goal is Revival 0, the reintegration of the 4 girls who share Yuzu's face. Upon hearing it, Yugioh and Reiji find themselves filled with anger and fury. 129, Shard of the Supreme King. While Yugioh fights off Zark to avoid being swallowed up by the dragon, Reiji daringly opposes his father Leo in order to stop his ambitions. The two of them fight against Leo while fighting their own battles. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Yuri and Yugioh face off. On each of their fields, the 4 dragons are summoned one by one and begin to resonate as if foretelling the revival of the one true devil. 130, the greedy venomous dragon. Ed and Kaido ran new penalty into Yuri and Yugioh's duel, causing the battle to intensify, but Edo, who learned the true fun of a duel from Yuya, seeks to save Yuya, and for the sake of rescuing the two being swallowed up by darkness called Zark, Edo prepares an attack, giving everything he's got with the new monster he holds. So, very interesting summaries. Now, some of these translations might seem a little weird, and the person who normally does them has not translated these yet. It was someone else. That's why, like, you have ran new penalty, and Yugioh and Yuri's names are spelt like they're spelt in Japanese. Someone else translated it. Either way, they are correct. They have been confirmed to be 100% true. That's just why there's a little maybe disparity there between the spoilers we're used to reading in terms of clarity. So there are some things that maybe don't make a lot of sense here, and that's why I cannot wait to hear from you guys and hear your opinions on these. Starting at the top, the fact that Reiji's mom is brought back into this, to me, is crazy because David Mathewson, yes, it's the same guy who did the theory that Asuka was going to beat Yuri. Obviously, that did not happen, but theories are theories for a reason. Literally about 20 hours ago posted this video that Reiji's mom, Himeka, is the main antagonist in Arc 5. And now, I'm not saying that she is the main antagonist by any means, but the fact that we have not heard her name mentioned in about 70 or 80 episodes, he makes this video, and then the next day she's involved in the spoilers to a pretty massive degree that Reiji realizes his mom has been planning something, is pretty incredible, so I have to give him a lot of credit there. Now, no, she's probably not the main villain, but the fact that she might be a villain to some extent still is an incredible call, so I give him a lot of credit there, and I think that is actually just one of the best calls I've ever seen so far in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. But we learn also from the 127s, there's so many references in just the first 5 words. Supreme King, that's a reference obviously to GX. Zark, that's a reference to Zork from Duel Monsters, and the way it's spelt is a reference to Zone from 5D, Z-Arc. So there's just so many references. They reference almost every show except Zexal in the first 5 words. And maybe there is a reference there to Zexal that I'm just not seeing, but I think that is actually really funny. So Rei took Leo Akaba's place to stand up to Zark. So Rei is the one who stood up to Zark, and I don't know, and as his father does, Reiji realizes the scheme his mother has been following. I don't really understand that. But I guess Leo understands that his wife was up to no good, and now Reiji realizes it as well. There's a lot of unclarity in this, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's good to be, like, wanting to know more, and I can't wait to hear some thoughts that you guys have in the comments below. To me, a very interesting thing is in 128, his goal is Revival Zero, which is to sacrifice the 4 girls to bring back Rei, and obviously when Yuya hears that, assumingly he's still in that cage, he's obviously going to be extremely pissed off, and Reiji is not thrilled either. They're filled with anger and fury. And what I love about this is the fact that when I did my opening 6 and ending 6 in-depth analysis, one of the theories that I brought up from Dark Zora 100 was that based on the cards, the ritual cards, that he was gonna sacrifice Yuzu and the bracelet girls, and that's what looks like is the plan of Revival Zero, which is something I said when I analyzed opening 5 25 episodes ago. So this is something that I've kind of predicted, that the goal was to do a human sacrifice here to bring back this. I didn't know what the purpose was, but it turns out it's to bring back this girl Rei. So I think that's pretty interesting. That's another theory that a lot of people had, including myself, that it looks like it turns out to be true. And then 129 is interesting as well. It looks like Yuya might be dueling in his mind, right? Yuya is filled with anger and fury, and he's fighting off Zark, so maybe him and Yuto are going to be dueling in his mind. I don't really know. And then Reiji is going to duel Leo, but then the next line doesn't make sense. The 2 of them fight against Leo while fighting their own battles. That's the thing, and hopefully maybe the translations will be a little more clearer. And no, I'm not trying to throw any shade. I do appreciate everyone who translates, even if they are a little vague. And maybe that's just how the text is. Maybe the text is vague. But you have one line where Yuya is fighting off Zark, Reiji's fighting Leo, and then it says the 2 of them fight against Leo while fighting their own battles. So that to me is extremely confusing. Maybe someone can clarify that down below. Meanwhile, Yuri and Yugioh face off. On each of their fields, the 4 dragons are summoned one by one and begin to resonate as if foretelling the revival of the one true devil, which we kind of saw a glimpse of in 92 when it happened. 91 or 92. I forget which. I believe it was 92 when all 4 of them were together and Yuya was dueling Barrett right before Sergei and Yuzu showed up. So if Yuya is fighting Zark in his mind, how does that work if all 4 dragons, right? Or does Zark take a humanoid form and then fight Yuya while Yuya's in the cage or in that room? I'm not quite sure. And then in 130, we know Edo and Kaido were by Yuya's side. Maybe they realized they're going to interfere in Yuri and Yugo's duel, which is still going on. In fact, this duel, if they show glimpses of it in 127 and 128, has the chance to be a record-breaking duel, because this duel now has gone on for 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 5 episodes, and I'm pretty sure the record, I literally have a book of all these different records and interesting stats. I just love looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! From an analytical point of view. I believe the longest duel ever was Kaiba and Yugi, which in Battle City, which was a 6-episode duel. Also, Darts versus Kaiba and Yugi, I believe that was 6 episodes as well. No duel in GX, 5Ds, or Zexal came close to 6 episodes. This has the potential to be 6 episodes if it goes to 131, 132. So this could actually be a record-shattering duel if they show it in 127 and 128. But anyway, that's besides the point. Edo and Kaido interfere. They try to save Yuya, and I guess they realize the best way to do it is to help Yugioh. Edo prepares an attack, giving everything he's got with the new monster he holds, so a new D hero, and I'm definitely concerned about Edo. I really am, because whenever they make a line like that, a sentence along those lines, it usually means it's over. Now, here's the thing. If it's over for Edo, and he didn't win a single duel, if he ends up maybe saving Yugioh or saving Kaido, he can die valiantly, and that would be alright. Of course, not winning a duel is definitely a shame. It's not a bit of a shame. It's definitely a shame from Edo's point of view and from a fan's point of view. But if he dies valiantly like he did in GX when he dueled Amon and he took Exodia's hit and he let Judai and Marufuji and all them escape, if he dies similarly to that where he saves Yugioh or he saves Kaido, then at least it's a valiant death, and that's what I'm hoping for. It will be, Edo and Kaido and Yugioh versus Yuri. If those 3 can't beat Yuri, I am very nervous, because Yuri is going to be made out to be one of the best duelists in the entire anime. If he takes down Kaido, Edo, and Yugioh in one swing, I mean, come on. I mean, that's almost unrealistic. I mean, it really is, right? The greedy venomous dragon, that hints at probably this new monster. This is a level 10 star venom monster. It looks sick as hell. We don't know the name. We don't know any more information. We just know that it's level 10. We have heard that we are getting more information in the next 72 hours. So we are getting more information on this. Maybe when more information comes out, I'll do a quick video talking about it. I probably won't, because I feel like people who are more into the card game usually do that, and they give their ideas about it. So I probably won't do that, since other people will probably talk about it. But we're going to get more information on this in the next 72 hours. So by Saturday, when About the Cast list comes out, we'll know more about this Star Venom. But based on the 130 title, that's when he's going to use it. And guys, I cannot wait for these episodes. Please let me know what you thought of these summaries down below. I'm so excited. I'll link the video about the conspiracy theory about Reiji'S mom being the main villain of Arc 5. It's a quick 3-minute video, but whether she's the main villain or not, the fact that she's mentioned and this video was made a day before these spoilers came out, huge props there. That is really one of the better calls I've ever seen. Again, I'll link Scarlight Cypher, Speedroid Knight's Tumblr down below. Definitely give them both a follow. And thank you to everyone who told me these summaries came out. I had to work a desk shift, part of my RA job, so I wasn't able to do it right away. But nevertheless, I was able to get around to it before I had to go to class. Wednesdays are my busy day. Usually they come out Thursday, Friday, but coming out Wednesday, they gave us a treat early on. I'll be doing a podcast this weekend like I always do when spoilers come out, so hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. 2 new people are joining me on that podcast, so that should be a lot of fun. And that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know all your thoughts down below, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.